Ew.
First, you're going to find your model. I did not make this model, I found it from BladeSwap over here, link down below.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
So in this video, we are going to take a look at Chat Avatar. This lets you create 3D characters, photorealistic metahuman like 3D characters by just using a text prompt. And these are all the characters that the users have made. So if you click on one of these characters, you can see that this is the character, again pretty realistic metahuman quality. So you can see what prompts this user has used to make this, and you can also generate characters using a photograph. So we are going to take a look at that later on. So you can
First,
Hey guys, my name is Freedom. Today I'm going to show you how to export your 3D models from Blender 3.4 that really make it become the game ready 3D models and import into Unreal Engine 5.1 to make it become the game object, any of the terrain that already have the collision setting. You can see actually in Blender 3.4 or any of the Blender, any version of the Blender, once you already finish the 3D modeling part, sometimes it involves
You can sell this $5 spatula on Amazon and compete with hundreds of other spatulas.
What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine Foxtrot, and today I'm gonna show you on how to animate your character. Basically we're gonna go ahead and create an animation blueprint, so it's gonna be a very easy video to follow. So What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today I'm gonna show you on how to import characters and animations from Mixamo and import them into Unreal Engine. It's gonna be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. But first, check out the link in the description to get awesome Unreal Engine and go into Mixamo.com, and you will need to sign up for Unreal Engine courses on Winfox. Alright, so of course the first thing that we have to do is go ahead and go into Mixamo.com, and you will need to sign up or sign in if you already have an account. And then we're gonna start basically getting the characters that we want and our animations, and basically start downloading them. So first of all, let's go ahead and get a character. On top here, see two tabs. We have characters and animations. So just go ahead and search up on characters. Now you will see that we have a whole bunch of collection of them. So you can choose whatever you want them into your game. Now I do have to mention one thing, and is that you can actually import your own characters from other places and then auto rig them in Mixamo and use Mixamo animations on them. Now if you want, I can make a video about that a bit in the future, so if you want to see that, leave it in the comments. But we're gonna go ahead and continue just picking one from Mixamo. So let's go ahead and just pick a simple one that we basically kind of like. Alright, so for example, this knight over here. Now when you will go ahead and select a new character, this warning will appear that, you know, it will override the previous character, which is okay. Just use new character, and now you will see in seconds that we have the new character over here. So now the first thing that we have to do is download the character itself. So just go ahead and click download, and now it will select the format that we want. In our case, for Unreal Engine, it will be just a normal FBX binary, and then the pose will make sure that it is on T-pose. And now we can just go ahead and download our character. Alright, so now that we have our character downloaded, we have to go ahead and get some animations into it. So we're gonna go into the animations tab, and now we need some of them. So for example, we can get, I don't know, whatever, like for example this one, the double dagger stab. We can just go ahead and select it, and then what we want to do is go here and download that. And now we want to again select FBX binary. Now the frames per second, I recommend, you know, cranking this up into 60, because it will just feel better. And now in skin, we're gonna go ahead and say without skin, because we actually don't need the mesh itself, because Unreal Engine will automatically apply it as it will detect that it has the same skeleton. So we're gonna say without skin, FBX binary, 60 frames per second, and then keyframe reduction just a none. I'm gonna go ahead and download this. So now of course you can pick whatever other animations you want and stuff, and you have different options on here about, I don't know, the angles, the varieties, the speed, if you want to mirror it, etc. You know, you can play with it as you want. I will not cover that in the video. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and open up Unreal Engine and want to open up our folder with all the characters and animations that we basically have downloaded. So you can see here that I have these two, the character and the animation. Now there's one tip that I'm gonna show you, that is basically to first import separately the character, so it will generate the skeleton, etc. in Unreal Engine, and then later on you will import all of the animations. So why we will do this is just because there's sometimes errors when you try to import them all together, and then we just generate different skeletons anyway. So first of all, we can go ahead and select the character, okay, and just drag it into Unreal Engine. So when we open up Unreal Engine, we'll have a few different parameters that we can change in order to basically import our character. Now we're gonna go ahead and reset to default, and we're gonna leave the skeleton as empty because we're gonna go ahead and generate with the character, okay, and just drag it into Unreal Engine. So when we open up Unreal Engine, we'll have a few different parameters that we can change in order to basically import our character. Now just drag it into Unreal Engine. So when we open up Unreal Engine, we'll have a few different parameters that we can change in order to basically import our character. Now we're gonna go ahead and reset to default, and we're gonna leave the skeleton as empty because we're gonna go ahead and generate a new skeleton. So make sure that these two are ticked, and then pretty much all the other things we're gonna go ahead and disable it. Now import animations is not needed because we're just importing the character, and then we don't have to change anything else. We can leave create new materials and locals, so already
Hey dude, I'm gonna get off. I'm tired. I barely got any sleep last night, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Assign all the materials for us, etc. So just by resetting to default is okay for us, and then we're gonna say import all, so we'll import all the textures and things that it basically needs to. Now we may have a warning, which is okay, about the smoothing group. It's just warning, it's okay. It will not do any damage. And now you will see that we have the character with basically the skeleton and all the materials, etc. And everything will be automatically assigned for us, as we already mentioned there, to create the materials for us and stuff, so you can see the character over here. So now what we want to do is basically import our animations into this character. That, like I mentioned before, it's just better to first of all import the character separately, and then import after all the animations, just in case we get some errors. Now it may not always happen, but it's just making sure that everything just will be better. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the animation. Now all I want to do is drag it again into Unreal Engine, into the content browser, and then again we will have some options in here. So we're gonna go ahead and reset them to default. And now the most important thing over here is the mesh. Now the skeleton was automatically assigned for me, but it may be just cleared, and you can see that actually you can import the animation. So what you want to do is just select the same character that you basically imported from Mixamo. Because now of course the bones will be all over the place, and then pretty much you can leave everything as default. Again, you can just press reset to default just in case, but basically we don't really have to touch anything else. We can just say import import all. It doesn't matter. If you have more than one animations imported at the same time, just import all, and if you have one animation, just say import. It doesn't really matter. But now you will see that we have the animation imported over here, and you can see